Hello guys, welcome back to our channel BioLab, and this is VAMSI here at BioLab. So in today's video we will be discussing about the cross section and structures of muscles. Yes, in last video we have discussed the muscle muscle classification. In today's video we will be seeing the cross section of a general muscle and also a structure of a skeletal muscle. Yes, without any further ado, let's get into the video. And today's video is very important, and you have to make each and every diagram and also notes. From today the videos are going to be more and more important. Okay, please make note of every point. Do not wait until the last moment till you get the notes. Okay, I'll be only providing the notes. I'll be able to only provide you the notes when I complete the lesson. That is why I'm telling you to write the running notes. Okay, yes, let's get into the video without any further ado. Today we will be seeing about the cross section of muscle. And before going into the video, let me give you some introductory points on these muscles. I have already done everything, so I'll be showing you and I'll be telling you these introductory points. Yeah, we all know that a muscle cell is also called as a muscle fiber, and a group of muscle fiber together form a muscle bundle or fasciculus. Okay, here the same thing is written. See, a group of muscle fibers together form a specialized structure called as muscle fiber or fasciculus. Yeah, and it is surrounded by perimysium. Yes, we have three layers. One is ectomysium. Let me show you. One is epimysium, second one is perimysium, and the third one is endomysium. So these are the three muscle boundaries which are protecting the muscle, various parts of the muscle. Now this muscle bundle or fasciculus is covered by or protected by this perimysium. Okay, I will be showing you in the diagram. Please wait for some time. Okay, hope you are getting my points. Muscle fiber is also called as muscle cell. You can also put muscle cell also, but we will be only using the word muscle fiber. Okay, muscle fiber together form muscle bundles. Now there are many various bundles. Not only a single bundle. There are you can say many bundles in one muscle. So these bundles together are protected and together are kept in one place by a connective tissue called as fascia. You can say fascia. Okay, yeah, fascia. There are these muscle bundles together. There are many muscle bundles. They are together put by fascia. Okay, hope you got these introductory points. These two are introductory points. Without understanding this, you cannot get the diagram. So that is why I have told you. Now let's talk about the cross section of muscle. Now what is a cross section? If this is a muscle, we just cut the top and then we view the lateral part of it. See, this is a cross section. Like this only, this is a cross section of a muscle. This whole part is a muscle. This whole muscle is bounded by epimysium. Now these layers are very important. They will be confusing. Okay, they will be confusing to us. Just remember these. Just you have to speak it over many times. Tell with me. The whole muscle is bounded by epimysium. And a group of muscle fibers are called as muscle fasciculus, and a single term is muscle fasciculus, and fasciculi is the plural word for it. Now muscle fasciculi, a group of muscle fibers is called as muscle fasciculi. As you can see here, this is one muscle fasciculus, this is one muscle fasciculus, this is another one, this is another one, this is another one, this is another. Like these muscle fasciculus are covered by perimysium. I already told you in the introductory part. See, the white color boundary is the perimysium, here yellow color boundary is the epimysium, and each muscle fiber in the muscle fasciculus is covered by endomysium. Each muscle fiber in the muscle fasciculus is covered by endomysium. Okay, hope you got it. Now tell with me. don't look at the diagram, don't look at the diagram. Let me, okay, I cannot blank it. Okay, yeah, let me blank it. Then now tell with me, each muscle is covered by a epimysium. Each muscle is covered by epimysium. And you know, a muscle bundle or muscle fasciculus is covered by perimysium. Muscle bundle or muscle fasciculus is covered by perimysium. Each muscle fiber is covered and protected by endomysium. Remembered? Got it in your brain? Now let's move back to the diagram. For 1 minute. Yes, we have completed the cross section of a muscle. Okay, this is a cross section of a general muscle. Now let's see the structure of skeletal muscles first of all. Let's see the structure of skeletal muscles. Let me move my camera up here so that it will not be a disturbance for us. Now let's see the structure of these skeletal muscles. Yes, this one yesterday we have made the diagram and I have again made it now. See this, skeletal muscles are cylindrical in shape, unbranched. They have light and dark striations, so they are called as striped muscles or striated muscles, and they have two bands, light and dark. Light band is called as I band. Light band is also called as I band, and dark band is called as A band. Let me show you yesterday's notes which we have written. In yesterday's notes we have written it. See, I band is called as the light band and A band is called as the dark band, and I have also told you the alternative extensions for these. I band is also called as isotropic band and A band is also called as anisotropic band. Now let's see the detailed view of this skeletal muscle. Let me tell you one thing. There is a myofibril which you have to study, an introductory part of the skeletal muscle. Yes, skeletal muscle is made up of myofibrils. Okay, myofibers, and these myofibers are made up of myofibrils. Myo means muscle. Anything related to myo means muscle. Any word you remember like that. Muscle is related to myo. Now, myofibril, it is a group or aggregation of contractile proteins. Myofibril is a group or aggregation of contractile proteins, and we have two types of contractile proteins also. We have first one is myosin. Will be a little later we will be discussing about these only. Myosin, it is the primary contractile protein, and actin, it is a secondary contractile protein. Now myofibril is a group of contractile proteins. There are two types in the myofibril, actin and myosin. Remember. Okay, a little later we will be talking about them. Yes, now let's move on. Myofibril, it is of two types, actin and myosin. Okay, now let's move to the second page where we will be talking more in detail about the structure of the skeletal muscle. I have here drawn a diagram. 1 minute. I have done a diagram here, or drawn a diagram, or drew a diagram of the elaborated structure of a skeletal muscle. See how this muscle looks. This part which is enclosed by two Z lines, we call them as if you call them as Z, you can call it, or I will be talking as Z only. Yes, there are two Z lines which enclose the whole structure. This whole structure is called a sarcomere, and it is enclosed by two Z lines. Now let me take you to the important points which you have to learn here. whole unit present between the two Z lines is called as a sarcomere, and it is the contractile unit of muscle. During muscular contraction, this is the unit which contracts. This is the unit which contracts. Okay, it is present between two Z lines. These Z lines are actually their elastic fibers. They are elastic fibers which encloses the whole contractile unit called as sarcomere. Okay, this whole contractile unit is called sarcomere. This A band, H band, I band, okay, these all are contractile unit parts. What is a contractile unit? It is a sarcomere. It is a sarcomere. Now only we saw it. It is a sarcomere. Now let's see one by one. As I said, A band is a dark band. It is also called as anisotropic band, and it is generally thick. A band is generally thick, since it includes myosin. This is myosin. This is white color one is actin. Okay, white color ones are actins and yellow color ones are myosins. They are filaments. They are filaments. Generally we draw them like this. When we talk about their structure in this lecture little later, then we will be seeing their filaments. They are polymers. Myosin and actins are polymers, and they are made up of many monomers. Okay, now these myosin is thick filament and it is dark, or not a dark, it is a thick filament. Actin is thin filament. Sliding filament theory explains the contraction of muscle, which we will be seeing in the next lecture. That explains that these actins slide over myosin, thereby contracting, pulling these Z lines inwards, thereby contracting the muscle when we want. Okay, now that's not about our concern. Let's see the A band. A band, see, it encloses a part of actin. This is a part of actin, and the same on the other side, it encloses a part of actin and full length of myosin. A part of actin plus the full length of myosin is called as A band, and interestingly, it does not contract. It does not decrease in its size during the muscle contraction. We have to remember that point. I will be telling you in the conclusions which we derive from the muscle contraction mechanism. Okay, then I will be telling you. It will be coming tomorrow. Now this A band, it includes a part of actin filaments and a full length of myosin filament. I have written that here. I will not be reading this again since I am explaining you. I have written it only for your convenience. When you are reading the notes, you have to get everything, each and everything clarity. So that is why I have written that. Now coming to H band. This H band we haven't seen till now. This is the first time which we are seeing this H band. Let me tell you what is this H band. Now it is the portion between two actins. This is one actin, this is one actin filament, two actin filaments which encloses the whole portion, not whole portion, which encloses the portion of myosin, filament, excluding the actins. Now H band also can be written as A band minus the portion which A band encloses actins, minus actin filaments. That gives you H band. H band purely consists of myosin. H band purely consists of myosin. But A band consists both. See, actin filament, full myosin and actin. You can say the full length of myosin. This myosin is not present purely. It is overlapped some part by actin. See, like this. If this is actin, this is myosin. This is actin. It is overlapped by actin. So this full length of myosin on both sides, which is overlapped by actin, includes A band, and pure myosin filament includes H band. Now coming to I band, isotropic band or light band. I band is light. Now this I band includes the whole length of actin. This I band also includes some part of myosin, but whereas A band includes some part of actin. A band includes some part of actin, but I band includes some part of myosin. It is a whole length constituting the actin filament. Okay, this is the I band. Whole length of actin is I band. Now we have a line between these in between the H band called as M line, and I have written, yes, M line, and this M line is made up of myosin, or you can also say it is present in between these myosin, and it acts as a cytoskeleton for attaching the meromyosins. Then we have, as I said, myosin is a polymer. The monomer is called as meromyosin, and this meromyosin are like this, and these meromyosins, the tail parts are attached by the M line. It is present in the middle of H band generally. Now let's move on to the structure of these myosin filaments and actin filaments. As I said, first let's see myosin. It is a primary contractile protein. I have already told you. Each myosin filament is a polymer, and it is made up of many monomers called as meromyosins. Each filament is called as each myosin filament is a polymer. Yeah, it is an aggregation of many monomers, and monomer is called as meromyosin here. Now these meromyosin are of two types. One is the globular head part, which is not meromyosin. I have made a mistake in sentence framing, just correct it. These myosins are having two parts. One is globular head, second one is tail part. Globular head part consists of heavy meromyosin, and tail part consists of light meromyosin. Now here you can see this coiled structure. See this one. This is the tail part. And this is the globular head part. And it is made up of heavy meromyosin. These red color ones are the ATP and actin binding sites, which you will be seeing in tomorrow's lecture. Their function is said in tomorrow's lecture. Now this is the tail part, and it is made up of light meromyosin. This is the head part. It is made up of heavy meromyosin. If you want the diagram, it is present in NCERT. Go there and watch it. Now that's about myosin. Now let's move on to actin filament. This actin filament I haven't did much. You can, yes, let's continue. Now let's start about actin. Actin filament, it is a secondary contractile protein. Contractile means contraction. Okay, contractile protein. It is a filamentous polymer. Actin filament, it is generally filamentous. It is containing filaments. It is of two types. Let's understand like this. Actin filament is of two types. One, it is filamentous actin. Second one is globular actin. Filamentous actin is made up of globular actins. Therefore, we consider filamentous as polymer and globular actin as monomer. Filamentous actin is represented by F actin, and globular actin is represented by G actin. Okay, G actin. Now these F actins are arranged. This point is very important. They can ask you directly in your NEET. Please write down. These F actin or filamentous actins are arranged helically, wounded to each other. See, helical structure, double helical structure of a DNA. Remember that one. Double helical structure. We have come to an end. Now draw this diagram. See, this is one filamentous actin, the yellow one, and this is the second filamentous actin, the red one, and they are wounded to each other. As helix, double helix. See, like this, something like a DNA structure. See, DNA, yes, double helical structure. Okay, filamentous actin is made up of globular actin, and therefore we consider filamentous as polymer and globular as monomer. Now we have come to an end. This is it for this video. Let me show you the diagrams once again. If you haven't done yet drawing it, please do it. They are very important. Now I'll be putting each diagram like 5 seconds only, then I'll be removing them. This is the diagram of myosin. Yes, this is the diagram of myosin. Let's move on to the second diagram. This is the detailed diagram of the contractile unit of skeletal muscle. Please make this diagram. This is very important. Pause the video, make this diagram or take a screenshot. Yes, this is the diagram of cross section of a muscle. This you have to remember the boundaries. Yes, let me tell you once again. The muscle whole is bounded by epimysium, muscle fasciculus are bounded by perimysium, and muscle fiber is bounded by endomysium. That is the cross section. Hope you are done taking a screenshot. Now this is the structure of muscle, which we have already, skeletal muscle, this we have already done yesterday. So that's it. That is it for this video, guys. This is VAMSI signing off from BioLab, and hope you enjoyed the lecture. If you like it, please hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel BioLab. Thank you. Have a great day further.